Thursday night European football for West Ham has returned as we take the trip over to Germany to SC Freiburg to take on the Germans in the first leg of our Europa League last 16 game. I hope you are well. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. It is the Match Build-Up Show. We are less than 13 minutes away from receiving team news, the all-important starting lineup. Who will David Moyes start tonight? Will he go strong? Will he rotate? Those questions will be answered in less than 13 minutes time. So stay tuned right here on West Ham Unofficial. Phil is joining me to discuss all of the proceedings. Phil, how are you, mate?
Yeah, very good. Thanks, Jake. It's good to get back onto the European stuff again.
It is. It is. The buzz is back, of course, over the 2 legs, over the 2 weeks. Hopefully we can come out on top. There are 3 games in the current infamous 5:45 kickoff in the Europa League. A couple of shocks in there. Kabak are currently beating unbeaten Bayer Leverkusen 2-0 at half-time, which really does convey how unpredictable and unexpected some results can be, and anything can happen in Europa knockout games. 2-0 up against Bayer Leverkusen, who haven't lost all season. Roma are 2-0 up at home to Brighton. Sparta Prague are currently trailing 3-0 at home to Liverpool. So Liverpool almost look nailed on to be through to the next round already. Bayer Leverkusen's future in the competition in doubt, and Brighton struggling away in Italy. It really does show, Phil, that we can't take this for granted tonight, where on paper it looks like one of the more comfortable and better draws, but anything can happen. Kabak beating Leverkusen, for God's sake.
Yeah, the magic of the Europa League.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we usually say that sort of thing for the FA Cup, but yeah, look, Karabag are one of those teams. They're like, they can just pull something out of the bag. Yeah. We just think of them as, because we don't really know anything about them. They're not a household name, but they seem to be doing the rounds quite a bit over the last few years in the European stage. So, yeah, that'd be quite an upset as well with, Bayer Leverkusen. They've been tipped to go pretty far into this competition anyway. So that would be a major upset.
I'm just going to stop you there because I forgot it's European football tonight, isn't it? So they released the lineup 15 minutes early. So ignore what I said earlier. The lineup is out. I need to get back in the swing of this before. By the time I get back into the swing of it, will be knocked out.
Yeah.
Of course, they released the lineup earlier for some reason for the European games. So it's already out. And we're going to take a little look at it. It is up on your screen now. First time I've seen it, actually. Fabianski, Soufal, Zuma, Mavropanos, Emerson, Alvarez, Souček, Ward-Prowse, Paqueta, Kudus-Bowen. I like it.
Very strong.
As expected. The only change in there is in goal. Fabianski, I think that's just the one change from our win away from home at Everton last weekend. Fabianski, the cup keeper, comes in for the cup games, and Zuma keeps his spot as captain. Soufal, Emerson, Alvarez holding, Souček and Ward-Prowse, who worked pretty well together, I thought, against Everton last week, keep their spot. And then, of course, the fantastic, terrific trio of Paqueta, Kudus and Bowen lead the line. Phil, your thoughts on that?
It's a very strong lineup. I was expecting a decent, strong lineup, but not as strong as that. I mean, personally, I probably would have rested Zuma, to be honest with you. But, if he can get back to his best, in the European stage, then that's good enough for me. And again, having Paqueta back again for another game, which is really good. Yeah. So, look, everything, it seems positive. Fabianski's he's now our cup goalkeeper, so... I'm not too disappointed about that, even though Ariola's been fantastic of late. But it's, I'm happy with that lineup.
Absolutely. I see we've got joining us in the chat, Jeremy. I hope you are well. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Thank you for that little prompt there, Wally. Greatly appreciate it. Ryan, I hope you're well. A big challenge tonight, make no mistake about it. Exactly, Kabak is showing currently that this is no mean feat, these knockout stages, and literally anything can happen in these games. So we've got to be switched on and maintain our composure tonight in order to get through. And look, that lineup, I think, probably represents the views of David Moyes about how he's feeling about it. And I think he's probably aligned his views with me, which most people agree with me if they've got any sense. So there we go. Very strong lineup, which is needed, absolutely, for sure. Wally says, I'm happy with it. I haven't played since Saturday, so plenty of rest, absolutely. Mike's joining us. Mike, hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you guys? All right?
All good, thanks, Mike.
Not bad. I'm a bit out of the European loop here. I forgot the lineup comes out earlier for the European games, but it's out already, Mike. Fabianski, Zuma, Mavropanos, Emerson, Alvarez, Suchek, Ward-Prowse, Paqueta, Kudus, and Bone. The only change from Saturday is in goal. Fabianski comes in. Mike, what do you make of that, mate?
Strong team, mate. That is a strong team. Yeah, I'm shocked, really. I didn't think he was going to go that strong. But, yeah, I mean, Burnley on Sunday. Yeah, maybe we'll see if it's game that, you know. I mean, yeah, it's a big game for us. There's no doubt about that. And he has gone strong.
He has.
It is good to see, to be honest. I didn't think he would go that strong tonight. I really didn't. I thought he might in the second leg.
True. Very true. Let's see who is on the bench for West Ham tonight. Areola, Ogbonna, Creswell, Ings, Johnson, Phillips, Antonio, Mubama, Earthy, Anang. He should be next to Areola. He's a keeper. Orford and Casey. So there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4 youngsters on there. Attacking outlets, you've got Ings and Antonio, Mubama. Well, apart from that, we are struggling. Look, we're down to the bare bones, and we know what we're going to get from there. Cornet's pulled his hamstring, didn't travel. Agurda didn't travel. So that's pretty much as expected. That bench, pretty much all we've got left. So, you know, if we're 1-0 down with half an hour to go, there isn't a hell of a lot there, barring Antonio, to bring off the bench. But we're aware of that, Phil.
Yeah, I mean, apart from those couple of players who couldn't make it over there, it's sort of, and as well as the youngsters, it's sort of the subs bench that you'd expect, really. I don't know, no matter what time of the season it is, we always seem to be down to the bare bones anyway. So, I mean, you know, Phillips will come on at some point. Antonio, last 5 minutes. Johnson as well. Yeah, it's pretty standard subs bench. Not a lot of. I don't think they can offer as much as we'd like, but I'm sure they can do something. If it means getting the players who are starting a little rest for the Burnley game, then that's all right.
Yeah, look, I think Moyes, you know, we talked about this last night in the preview with, I spoke with Gary and Curtis about this, and I said, look, he's going to have to rotate in one of these games, and I said last night, I think he'll do it in the Burnley game, and it looks like he will. For the Burnley game, I'd bring in Johnson, Phillips for some time, probably Ogbonna in there. I'd make probably not change the whole team because we haven't got enough players to change the whole team, but I'd probably make 4 or 5 changes just to rotate some key players on Sunday ahead of the next Thursday when we play them at home, because he's going to have to rotate at some point because he can't play these players every single game, especially with the Thursday, Sunday schedule, Mike.
No, impossible, mate. I don't think... I think he's going to, like you said, I think he's going to prioritise this game. It'd be nice if we got a win out there, wouldn't it, really? And it'd take the pressure out off the home game. But, I mean, fair dues, you can't knock him. He's gone for a strong team. And, you know, I mean, if we'd have went 2 weeks, I'm sure you'd had a lot of West Ham fans moaning about it. So, yeah, he can't win in a way.
No.
Difficult, you know. There's a few things that, you know, we've got wrong. Obviously, we let players go that we shouldn't have done. Our squad's too weak. Let's face it, the worst thing that can happen tonight is we get injuries, you know.
Yeah, just one notable point of reference is Edson Alvarez, the man pictured on your screen, is 1 yellow card away from a 1-match ban in the European competition. Somebody put on earlier, in an ideal scenario, we're 2 or 3-0 up tonight, and in the 80th minute, he pulls a shirt and gets the yellow card and misses the second leg, because it would be an absolute calamity for us to get through a really tight 2-legged last 16 game, and for him to pick up a yellow card in the second leg next week and then miss a quarter-final first leg away from home or whatever. Alvarez is the glue that keeps us together, and he either needs to get a yellow card, which means that we don't miss him too much, we're already through, or he just needs to not get a yellow card at all, because him missing in a vital and an important must-win game can't happen, Phil, because we struggle so much.
Yeah, that's the thing when you get players like that. You know, we just said they're the glue which holds everything together. Look, if we're winning 5-0 or something, and then he does, you know, something silly on the 80th minute, gets a little yellow card, that means he's out for the second leg. You know, a 5-0 aggregate would be all right, and it wouldn't be as bad.
Sufficient. Yeah.
But that's just in an ideal world.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's got to look after himself.
And hopefully that ideal world is that. But yeah, there is that lineup. Let's take some more of your comments before we carry on. Jeremy says, happy with the lineup. We can open up a sizable lead of 3-0. I'll be happy to see Paqueta, Kudus, Bowen and Emerson substituted so they can rest ahead of Burnley. That's another ideal scenario that we can get ourselves in. But look, it's already been conveyed tonight that it's really difficult in these stages. Kabak, as we mentioned earlier, are currently leading 2-0 at home to Bayer Leverkusen, who are unbeaten all season and 10 points clear at the top, past Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. There are upsets, cup upsets do happen, and we can't take any sort of naivety or complacency into this tonight, Mike. Let's get this done, and let's get it done professionally.
Yeah. I mean, a draw's not the end of the world.
No.
You know, go out there and get a draw. Take that now, no problem. But yeah, you can't take anyone lightly. But going back to the Alvarez thing, he's going to get another booking. He's bound to. You know, it's impossible. If we progress in this competition, he's going to get another booking. So he might as well get it either tonight or in the next game. If we're getting through the tie one way or another, and he's still on the pitch, you know, in the second leg, then you just have to take one, because I can't see him going all the way through. You know what he's like. We all know what he's like. He's bound to get one somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So we've got to take that into consideration, and maybe Kev Nolan or Moy needs to have a word and just say, you know, at half time, if he hasn't got one yet and we're leading with a sizable advantage, just say, if you're going to do it, Eddie, do it tonight, mate. Do it now. Phillips, we need to start getting minutes so and I think they'll come probably Sunday against Burnley and the Sunday after against Villa. Probably that'll be the assumption I would make. Looks like, Moyes is going all out with the capacity that he's got. He's going for it as much as he can in his own sort of like demeanour, Phil.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, I mean, just looking at the stars, he's looking at the start 11, looking at the subs bench, that is strongest possible lineup really that you can do.
Yeah.
Obviously with the goalkeepers swapped around, but it's the best he can do at the moment. If we had a few more players available, who knows? It could have been slightly different. But that's it. That's what he's got to make do with. It's a strong lineup on paper. Just go out there and show it on the pitch.
Yes. Look, we all give Moyes bucket loads of criticism, but tonight you've got to go, you know what? He could have annoyed and aggravated the fan base by just being annoying and rotating tonight and not putting out that full strength lineup. But I think the majority of fans would have preferred us to go full strength tonight. And that's exactly what's happened. And I think hopefully that can reflect on the result, and we can all, you know, say fair play, well done. And overall, let's hope we can have a good evening. He's put the ingredients there, Moyes, and he's done everything that we've all said for him to do. Yeah, we've given our suggestions and he's indirectly listened, and that's, I think, what we'd all do tonight. So hopefully the players can reward that by getting a lead on the board heading back to London next week, Mike.
Yeah. I mean, it will be tough. There's no doubt about it. And what you're saying about our friends carry a bag beating Leverkusen. You know, these things happen. So you just got to be switched on, and you've got to be up for it. The only thing that worries me, Jake, is every time we take a quarter off the pitch, we look weak. And in the last couple of games, we hung on because he's not got hold of the ball and got us up the other end of the pitch. And that really that worries me, because that guy needs a rest for sure. He's not going to be able to play 90 minutes. You know, these 3 games, he's not going to be able to play 90 minutes. But as soon as we take him off, we just weaken our team so much.
Yeah, and that's why we've got to acknowledge that we've got to, you know, wrap him up a little bit and pick and choose when these specific players are in there. And, you know, we've got the luxury tonight of being back to hopefully what we were in December with Paqueta, Kudus and Bowen. And I think that's a luxury to have all 3 of those on the pitch together. And realistically, on paper, we should be better than them tonight. We should have attacking wise, that's not the issue. The issue comes defensively, which is where we come a little bit unstuck against them in the group stage of this competition. We conceded quite a unfortunate goal defensively, which could have been eradicated. And look, we've got to be switched on defensively tonight. They played well on Saturday against Everton, but there's still flaws in Zuma massively, and he's been played again after playing last Saturday. I just hope that he's fit enough and he can do the job tonight, because we can't afford any huge defensive errors tonight, Phil. Attacking wise, I think we're sound, but my concerns come defensively.
Oh yes, I think it's we've had these defensive errors quite a lot recently, as we all know, obviously, and it's been there throughout the season. But look, we've got enough Arsenal up front, to do a job. So if we can somehow eradicate your defensive mistakes and then just go do what do what they know best, and then let the attackers do what they do best, and then it'll be easy.
Yeah.
See, stating the obvious, and it's easier said than done. But if there's a bit more confidence and assurance in the back, then it will just be a lot more relaxed as a whole.
Yeah, and if we can get that formula to all work in and mix in together, Mike, if the defenders can defend properly, midfield's not too much of an issue. If the attackers can continue doing what they're doing, we are scoring goals. But at the moment, it's a situation of let's try and score more than we can, concede because of how shaky we are back there. And hopefully, just with that bit of confidence with back-to-back wins in the Premier League, that we can try and iron those out and continue scoring goals.
Yeah, we're giving away too many silly goals, stupid back passes. And the mistakes we made in certain games, which were quite schoolboyish, really. I mean, they got to eradicate them. They got to get them out of the way. Or Gerrard being injured, I don't think he had a lot of choice other than pick that back four tonight, really. Argy can probably come on for 20 minutes, something like that. It's a shame, really, because he had such a good game against Arsenal, and we haven't really seen him much since then. And I love Argy to death, but he did make a mistake. He gave away a goal at home. Was it against these, or was it against someone else? I can't remember. Anyway, he slipped up. He's our only other centre back at the moment. So, yes, it's a little bit worrying.
It's a concern. For sure. Just an update on what's going on in the other Europa League ties tonight. An hour gone in all three games. Quebec 2, Bayer Leverkusen 0, Roma 2, Brighton 0, and Sparta Prague 1, Liverpool 4. So they've maintained their 3-goal buffer away from home in Prague. Liverpool and the other two results remain the same. So look, Leverkusen need to pull their fingers out there. Otherwise, they're going to be heading back home with at least a 1 or 2 goal deficit to deal with. It's all interesting. Of course, we'll keep our eye on that for sure. Confident about tonight, says Andy. Hope so. Hopefully, nervous apprehension. No away goals. That's been scrapped. So listen, we can go and get a draw out there and hopefully take it back and finish things off at home in slightly, a massively ideal scenario would be us pounding them tonight and not having to worry too much next week. If we could get 3 goals tonight, a 3-goal buffer, and we're not worrying too much about next week, that'd be an ideal scenario. But look, if that happens, I'll be incredibly surprised and absolutely buzzing. And you know what? I might party all night, Mike, because I've got a thing called an inset day tomorrow.
Oh,
I thought your life was an inset day.
Here we go. Honestly, all I get from grandparents, people back in my day, we didn't have inset days. Inset day tomorrow, and believe me, the teachers weren't very happy because they've got to go to Bridgewater to do a course. So, Oh, Mike, you love an inset day, don't you, mate? Do you have inset days at your work?
Yeah, right.
Days off?
Yeah. Every day's an inset day, mate. Yeah.
No, inset days, bank holidays, practically the same thing. Just call bank holidays inset days. Days off.
It's all right when you enjoy your work like I do.
Oh, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Sharky, thanks for joining us. I hope you are. Well, this week has flown by. It's been a bit of a drag, to be honest. I don't think it's flown by. Sort of, dug his heels in. To be fair, because I've had a 4-day week this week, like my mindset is like it's just not very much. But then got to yesterday and I was like, oh, come on, You know, I've been waiting for this 4-day week for quite a while. Right, get your predictions into the chat. We'll start reading them out in a second. Kudus has been a little bit quiet recently. Of course, he set up Souček's goal last weekend. I've just shut my eyes and I vision him getting the ball, whipping it in. Souček, bang, into the back of the net at Goodison Park. But be nice to have a bit of a Kudus impact tonight, just for him to pull something out of the bag, Phil.
Oh, yes, definitely. I mean, goals have dried up a bit for him, but he's still got that hunger and desire when every time we give him the ball. If we can get him back to his very best, get a couple of goals in there, that'd be fantastic. So he's due something. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's on the score sheet tonight. So we've got the front three back together again. So if they can all work together really well, you never know. But I'd like to see him have a really good game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Sharky's asking who the ref is. Alejandro Jose Hernandez. Just call me Spanish right now. Alejandro, what did I say? It's gone now. Alejandro Jose Hernandez is the referee tonight. Because your wide and expansive knowledge of European referee, Sharky. There we go. But Paqueta, Kudus and Bowen, that link up tonight is crucial and vital to us scoring goals, really, because apart from that, I struggle to see where goals come from, Mike.
Yeah, but I fancy Ward-Prowse has got to put a free kick in soon.
Sooner rather than later, you think?
Yeah, I hope it's tonight because I've got a little wager on him.
Oh, there we go. There's a bit of financial backing.
Got a little bit of a wager on a Souček header as well, mate.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
18-1.
Oh,
decent.
Souček header.
There we go. Mike's had a little tipple there, but yeah, look, I think. I mean, to be fair, if the comment, if we get a free kick anywhere near the box and the commentator goes, he's one away from David Beckham's record, then I might turn the telly off because we just know that's just jinxing it at all. Then there you go. Dad's back from his over 40s football training. There we go. Don't worry. It's all under control. I've managed to hold it all together. Hope you well, Dad. With assistance of Phil and Mike, of course, with assistance of them. But right, your predictions, where did I get to on those? Here. Right, it's 3-1 West Ham. Kudus to score first and 2-1. 2-0 West Ham Souček. And James Ward-Prowse continue chucking those into the chat and we'll read them out. Shug says, I'm pretty pleased with the lineup. Moyes has gone with. I'm surprised Zuma is starting. However, yeah, I think there's a collective surprise amongst the fan base that he's there. Ryan agrees. Zuma's lucky to be starting. He's been poor lately. Be inclined to agree. 2 goals, Bowen and Ward-Prowse, says Lawrence. Love it. Give me a victory and curry sauce and chips. You can't beat a curry sauce and chips. Can't beat. Yeah, I am. Well, yeah, I know. I'm working tomorrow. Yeah. But yeah. Anyone else meeting up with Paolo Di Canio tomorrow? I'm just swinging down Bournemouth to meet up with my mate Paolo Di Canio tomorrow night. Have a chat, have a beer, down spoons, and have a good night. Yeah, Paolo Di Canio. Very excited to meet the legends tomorrow evening. Jay Wood says, I would like to see us smash as many goals as possible against this lot. Get the job done tonight and smash them again next week at the London Stadium. As we said earlier, Jay Wood's an ideal scenario, 100%. 1-1, 2-1 West Ham. Carry on chucking your predictions in, Miss Hammer. I hope you are well. Right, I said 1-0 West Ham last night and I'm going to stick by it. Phil?
Now, seeing the lineup, I'm going to go for a 3-1 to us.
I've gone 1-0, even though I know we can't keep a clean sheet. That's quite. Yeah. I said 2-1 last night. Actually, I take it back.
Oh yeah, right.
I've done it again. No, I do honestly. You go back. I'm just flooding back because I think Gary went 1-0 or something. I went 2-1 West Ham. But Mike, if you want 2-1 West Ham, I'll let you have it, mate.
Yeah, I've gone 2-1, and I want Souček and Ward-Prowse to score, but I've got a feeling Kudus might bag one. He had a few wild shots in the game the other day, didn't he? Where sooner or later, one of them is going to go smashing in the top corner of the net.
Let's hope so. And, our Suchek Perlo, maybe to put one in the top bins as well, because he loves doing that, doesn't he? Old Tom, there won't be no headers now. His new lease of life includes bangers in the top corner, which I can wholeheartedly agree on. But there we go. We are, 49 minutes away from kickoff over in Freiburg. Just hope we can stick with them tonight at the very least, be level and, in a fantastic world, be leading going back to the London Stadium next week. That would be beneficial, and hopefully we can get the job done one way or another. The scores are still the same in the other Europa League ties currently going on across the continent. No, it's not. Roma have scored again. Tricky arse for Brighton, now 3-0 down away from home in the first leg. It's not easy, Brighton, is it? It's not easy. Right, final thoughts, Phil?
Decent lineup. Let's prove it on the pitch. Get this game out of the way, and then have a little relax for Burnley and the second leg next week.
Mike, finish things off, mate.
Yeah, get the result tonight. Come out with no injuries, and I'll be happy.
Let's hope we can be happy. No injuries, a lead, maybe a yellow card for Alvarez is probably the best scenario potentially. But I've got a degree in reading people's minds. I could just read people. I can now think Mike is thinking about I fancy going downstairs and getting a nice cold bottle of Moretti, sitting down watching the football, and hopefully seeing West Ham win. Phil's going to go and cook up a little bit of dinner in a minute, I reckon, just some pasta or some sorts. Did I get that right?
Well, you're very close, because I did make pasta yesterday.
Oh,
mate.
But there's, I could have pasta tonight as well if I wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it, so you've got to do it. And Mike, you will be going downstairs and going into the fridge and collecting a cold beverage, won't you?
Oh, most definitely, and I've already had one anyway.
Oh, you've already had one anyway. See, look, I knew that because I read people's minds. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Let's be positive. I'll rejoin you very quickly for a couple of minutes uploaded reactions. So hit the notification bell. So hopefully you'll see a happy Jake on the full-time whistle downstairs before I shoot up and get my kit before my very stressful and strenuous inset day tomorrow. Of course. Now I am working for 5 hours, so cut me some slack.
A whole
please.
5 hours.
Wow.
Well, yeah, because I'm leaving up past 2 to then get ready to go and see our PDC. So, all good. Phil, Mike, any final thoughts?
I'll go back to what I said about 5 minutes ago.
Jolly good stuff. Thank you very much indeed, everybody, for watching. Phil, Mike, pleasure as always. And I think our checklist tonight is hopefully a win, no injuries, and a confident performance to then hopefully go in and make some changes on Sunday. Do we agree against Burnley?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't see them playing the same team again on Sunday. Really can't. But
absolutely not.
Who knows with Mr. Moyes?
Yeah, exactly. Don't try and go into his minds, because that's a really dark and murky place to go. From me, Phil, and Mike, thank you very much for watching. Come on, you Irons. And we'll see you a little bit later on where hopefully I'm discussing a West Ham win and we're well on our way to the quarterfinals. That would be ideal. But until then, let's hopefully enjoy this tonight. That is back for West Ham. Hopefully the two Coles are sat on the sofa and we can have a pleasant evening. I hope it's good, because I'm missing the darts tonight and I do love the darts. So that's West Ham. Turn up tonight. Until later on, thank you very much, and we will see you soon. Irons.